It's not. And that's okay. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Regardless of who's rooting for you going against you. Always choose you not to overlook you. When you're passing living your reality today, they will never understand your attention span. When you understand your existence, to look in the mirror and hold on 1 second. True love can truly last. You understood what you overcame. You understood balance when it came to common sense. Healing your trauma and pain from a childhood point of view went into your adulthood. You still being patient with time and day to heal those wounds. You're not trying to get discouraged because folks didn't know how to treat you right. You showing up for yourself in the most healthiest way, far from a hater. They would never understand elevation once you actually know what you said. Coming out your comfort zone, dimming your light. God allowing you to see your faith. It was truly an existence because God didn't make a mistake. He wasn't out here worshiping the devil. He wasn't out here playing with spoken in a toxic way. He wasn't out here energy harvesting off innocent people's energy. That energy is different. He wasn't trying to destiny swipe with folks. You understood the light that God installed within you. Even days when you couldn't see, you found balance when it came to peace, finding within, because God was leading you to better days ahead, understanding your worth, that you are worthy, regardless to give upon you. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. And I say that respectfully. It's not. I truly appreciate time to the genuine ones with no misintentions. I actually hope all is well in your end. And I actually hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. They would never understand when you actually meant what you said that day. Taking care of yourself in the best way, choosing yourself not to overlook you when they gaslight you, trying to trauma bond you. You overcame so many obstacles, you almost relapsed. Understanding your existence, that hold on 1 second, you was truly paying attention. God was leading you to better days ahead when you least expected because you didn't reject yourself another day. You understood what you've been through when it came to that last chapter and the chapter before that. Certain folks that know how to root for you, don't show up for you and protect you. You had to heal certain childhood trauma and went into your adulthood not to neglect you, becoming your worst enemy. They would never understand self love when you actually mean what you said. That hold on 1 second, I am worthy. The energy is different. Always be your authentic self. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, but you don't worship the devil. That energy is different. You're not out here energy harvesting off innocent people's energy. You're not here trying to destiny swipe with folks. You're not here playing with spoken in a toxic way. When God and do a favor within you to become your best self version of yourself, and you wasn't a mistake. They said that you I kill you corny, you are nobody. But hold on 1 second, you far from corny. Now answer train of thought for me. Always be yourself. Art is beautiful. It allows you to create the go within. Misunderstood by folks who didn't want to get to know you. Misunderstood by folks at the end of the day. They had to project spell work in a toxic way. Misunderstood by folks that had the gang stalk you. They judged a book by its cover when you was going the right direction, understanding your growth. Hold on 1 second. Yes, you are worthy, even when you get lost in your words. Don't give up on yourself because someone overlooked you. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. It's funny how they say that you're whack in your corner, you are nobody. It's funny how they say that you're whack in your corner, you are nobody. But you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. That is just different. You can never feel intimidated by someone else's position when you rooting them on every single day, understanding your existence. I respect my neighbor to not disturb their peace. I respect my neighbor to stay in my own lane. I ain't got hidden agendas, and I say that respectfully. I'm only moving accordingly. Congratulations, neighbor, on your opportunity. At the end of the day, it's truly for you. A position that God gave you. Hold on 1 second. You know, everybody don't worship God, but isn't that truly for you? I hope everything works out for you. But I'm in my own lane when it comes to elevation. I ain't got ill intentions towards my neighbor. I want everybody around me to elevate, but just don't disturb my peace. That energy is different. Quick, folks, be quick to put RIP on your name, or because you had potential, because of what you overcame. You understood balance when it came to patience and day. You understood balance when it came to patience and day. Healing childhood trauma was your existence. Understand the rotation that went into your adulthood. That hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to lose me another day. I know how it feels to not have peace within. I know how it feels not to be my authentic self. I know how it feels to sit under depression and hold on 1 second who didn't that day. It didn't matter if he was a doctor, lawyer, psychiatrist at the end of the day. What did you go through that day? What you overcame, still being patient with time and day. They would never understand the rhythm of your heart. Hold on 1 second. It actually beats for the folks that's truly for you, not to overlook you. It actually beats for genuine people that's not trying to disrespect you. Take your kindness so we don't let them shortchange you. Didn't matter what position you truly was at the end of the day. When you see certain folks in competition at the end of the day, but they looked at you like, hold on 1 second. I don't want you to take my position. Only the rest of hold on 1 second. It's enough room for everybody to eat. That energy is different. When you politic it differently, with the right people truly for you, they're not gonna overlook you, they don't disrespect you. They ain't gonna put you in competition. That energy is different. When your dreams come true, they will never understand. Elevation. Hold on 1 second. It's a remedy that you allowed yourself to believe in because God was showing you favor when it came to your existence. You don't worship the devil. That energy is different. They said as you whack and you corner, you're a nobody. You're a lame at the end of the day. But you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Taking someone's position, that mean it wasn't for you. That energy is different. Make it make sense at the end of the day. I be trying to figure out people training their thought, but damn. Folks be don't be acting their age when it come to common sense, something they truly like at the end of the day. Or because you see somebody with potential, you gotta antagonize them. Only realize you was your own issue when it came to your one-sided drama because someone understood motivation. When it came to elevation, God showed them growth. Hold on 1 second, they lose themselves another day. Always be yourself. When God creates a lane for you, they would never understand the rotation why you chose you, not to overlook you. You know how it feels to be abandoned, disrespected, showing up for folks that took your kindness or weakness. But you still had a heart to still respect your neighbor, regardless of what they did to you that day. You wasn't going to take for tack with somebody that know how to communicate with themselves when it came to abandoning themselves, when it came to their own feelings, when it came to training thought. The lack of IQ score so low, they forgot their intention span when they called you slow. It took a whole community to go up against one person because someone had a vision, something that certain folks couldn't relate to. It's how you know how to be yourself, authentic, original, a reality. Being yourself. That God allows you to be that. Hold on 1 second. You don't have to do too much. But folks painted you out that you thought you was better than somebody when you wasn't trying to catch a case. You just understood the rhythm of your heart that hold on 1 second. It actually beats to see another day. The energy is different. They said that you think you better than somebody, but that was never the case. You just understood what you came from, what you overcame to understand balance when it came to common sense, being your authentic self. It was days when you couldn't see, but you still never switched up having a heart because you still treated everybody accordingly until they had to make you feel like, hold on 1 second. You had to pray. God reveal my enemy. You had to pray. God truly protect me. You had to pray. No ill intentions. Hold on 1 second. Even when they try to sneak dish you, get you out of character. They paid this person, that person. Only the rest to hold on 1 second. God wasn't on this whole entire time. Not one lie was told. When they went up against you and you was never part of their race, one sided, when they came to hold on 1 second, I'm gonna knock this person off their conscience when they come their free will. Because the fact that hold on 1 second, they know how to elevate on their own. They ain't need a group of people to root them on. Something that I couldn't do. The energy is different. That's what you said within, behind closed doors. Something that you finally was being able to be true to. But you wore a mask in front of innocent people at the end of the day. Only you realize that you was truly a hater in disguise, and your mask fell off. Damn, all the lies. Misery loves company was truly one sided when it came to your mission, or because you saw someone with potential and you don't understand your own existence. Sitting there being a copycat, fell short when it came to common sense. Only realize you didn't even know how you didn't even realize you had your own identity crisis until your mask fell off. It wasn't an even exchange. Someone had to point you in your direction. Hold on 1 second. You need to choose you to realize, hold on 1 second, you are worthy too. You ain't gotta disrespect somebody at the end of the day because they understood their vision, something that they truly didn't lack. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Never allow someone to make you feel like you gotta live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day when it comes to elevation. When God creates a lane for you and you don't worship the devil, the energy is different. God is not for sale, and I don't live in fear. I'm rooting for myself every single day, something that you couldn't understand, that how I keep showing up for me. You try to blackmail me, gang stalk me, disrespect me, got that person, that neighbor watching me. When it come to my next move, hold on 1 second. Only for you to realize that hold on 1 second, you still can't keep up with me. Because God works in mysterious ways, and I don't worship the devil, but I understood God's plan when it came to my faith to understand my existence. Something that you couldn't relate to was actually meaning what you say. That you know how to respect your neighbor with no ill intentions. Always be yourself. Never feel wrong because you express yourself differently. And I say that respectfully because the people that's truly for you gonna show up for you, respect you. They don't look at you like competition. They gon' they fall from haters. The energy is different, and they ain't gonna have a group of people gang stalking you. Just like you at your cons when they come to your pockets, and especially when they talk about they worship God. Hold on 1 second. We all don't pray the same. Always be your authentic self. When you truly fall from a hater, they will never understand your vision. When you actually meant what you said that day, actions spoke loud in words when you truly held to go with that. Misunderstood by folks that couldn't relate to your love language. Why God chose you. You never wanted somebody's position. You respected your neighbor up close in person behind closed doors, but you understood the remedy that hold on 1 second, everybody wasn't for you. They disrespected you out loud. I don't like that dyke. I don't like that lesbo. All right, neighbor, 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 you ain't from me. That's cool, fine and dandy, but I still knew how to respect my neighbor at the end of the day. Judging a book by its cover, damn, you forgot to get to know me. I wasn't looking for a friend, I just knew how to respect my neighbor. Every community not for you, and that's okay, neighbor. But I know the community that's truly for me at the end of the day, they ain't gonna put me in competition with them. Because we understood the flavor that hold on 1 second. God works in mysterious ways. When God shows you that you truly the blessing, see on the day. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, they hold on 1 second. Even if I don't have peace, I still knew how to respect my neighbor. I'm rooting for my neighbor. Even when I'm going through my dark days, I'm still rooting for my neighbor. Elevate, elevate, be your better self. Elevate, elevate, be your better self. Damn, I guess that was too much at the end of the day. But that's what happens when folks have to dig up your past. Someone saying, hold on 1 second, you never change. Only the trauma bond you, only us that didn't know you. It's a new vision of you today. Something that you've been working on for so long. Something that they can't relate to is gone within. Something that they didn't understand how you hold on strong. Understanding your faith that you didn't lose yourself. Check you out, neighbor, when it comes to confidence. You overcame the gang stalking, the lies, the chaos and confusion when you passed living your reality today. It was their routine, had to wake up every single day to make sure, hold on 1 second, is the spell work actually working? That return back to center that actually works and I ain't have to do nothing. The energy is different when folks want you to go back and forth with them and you ain't got time to operate out that mindset. Being a hater, the energy is different. When God steps in the room, you don't worship the devil. They would never understand your level. Elevation was the key. Choosing yourself to see better days ahead. God was truly leading you because God had a better plan. Always be yourself. When it comes to practice makes perfect, they would never understand why you get discouraged that day. And you actually meant what you said. I love me, and after them my life. I love me, and after them my life. I love me, and after them my life. Elevation, elevation, I choose me. They tell me to shut up. You are nobody. Don't nobody care. Nobody hear you. We ain't rooting for you at the end of the day, but we continue to watch you, to see your progress at the end of the day, to humiliate you. We even throw spell work at you in a toxic way when it come to your channel so it won't elevate. But nobody will ever believe you at the end of the day. You know what we doing behind the scenes. Hold on 1 second, because you truly the real one at the end of the day. This type of stuff happens. What did you overcome when it came to spell work? Someone trying to destiny swipe at you, but it was an epic failure. They out here energy harvesting off your energy. You start talking about God, hold on 1 second. They pick and choose who they want to bully. Or because of the fact that you're not dropping to your knees at the end of the day. To the enemy, let alone the devil. You don't operate the same. I understood what I overcame. And my past was my reality today. I thank God every single day. And I said what I said, and I say that respectfully. I don't care who don't believe me. I stand before myself today as my biggest cheerleader. And I will hope that if your child ever has to endure spell work or anybody trying to manipulate them or anybody trying to do what they did to me, I hope they're as strong as me. I hope they're as strong as me. Even stronger. I don't wish bad on nobody's child. There should be no reason why somebody's child is going from point A to Z. And somebody's plotting on somebody's baby. Oh, I know what neighborhood that baby live in. That ain't my baby, so I don't give a fuck. That ain't my friend. So I don't give a fuck if you line them up and psych them out their thought process when it come to their fucking opinion. Damn. How would you feel for somebody to have that conversation about your child and not one lie was told, and your baby would never try to hurt nobody? Your baby would give they last to somebody at the end of the day, because you know how your baby operates. Your baby operate out of love and respect. Hold on 1 second. Even if you didn't show up for your baby, you just knew your baby had a heart. They was nothing like you, and you couldn't protect them every single day of their journey. But you hope somebody does, not to go against them. My content is not for everyone, and I'm far from a copycat, and I'm far from a hater. And I say that respectfully. How it took a whole group of people. You're somebody's mother. You're somebody's father. Imagine someone doing that to your baby. What you doing to somebody for likes and views, little clout, a little laugh in here, and whatever the case may be. Not but one time, never, not one time did I say your name. But your mask fell off. Damn, you endured your own pain. I wouldn't want to get you locked up for what? You still gotta raise your children. See, this is the type of stuff that I'll be talking about. Folks who still have a heart. It's a train of thought for me. How you can sit there and psych somebody's baby out their conscience when they come their free will, but until it's yours, you be like, hold on 1 second. What happened to me? This type of stuff happens. Oh, I'll deal with the consequences when I meet my heavenly Father God. But hold on 1 second. You still have a child that still needs to be protected. Imagine your child not knowing about spirituality and being guided the right way by their ancestors. And they're just walking these streets blindsided. The most uncomfortable thing a child can do, regardless of how old that baby is at the end of the day, during their youth or an adult point of view. Being spiritually attacked, right to left, baby waking up, hold on 1 second. I didn't scratch myself. I don't even have nails, but I'm getting my ass whipped right to left. Only to realize that, hold on 1 second. I have potential. My mother left gifts within me. My father showed up for me. Hold on 1 second. They truly love me. Matter of fact, my mother, my father, they left me some money. My grandmother, my grandfather, they left me some money. Someone that I love left me some money. But I got the enemy watching me. Imagine you leaving your baby money. Imagine you enduring a gift in your child, and you was the one who motivated them every single day to become their best self version of themselves. Became a proud mother and father because the fact that your child was happy in this world. Only for you to realize that, hold on 1 second, one day you have to part ways. And just for you have to part ways one day, you will hope someone will respect and protect your baby, or not ever have malicious intentions towards your child. You're working so hard to become your best self version of yourself so you can be able to provide for your family. So you decide to leave financial stability for your child. You will hope, regardless of who comes into your child's life, it don't matter who it is, they will treat your baby right. And it doesn't matter how old your child is, from their youth until they're adult. You work so hard. You could hit the number today or tomorrow. And hold on 1 second. You said that was God. I'm able to put some money away to make sure my baby is safe. I'm able to put some money away to make sure things is okay. I'm able to put some money away to make sure I have something for a rainy day. I'm able to put something away to know at the end of the day, I overcame pain. And I made the right decisions when I chose myself not to overlook me because I was far from a hater. That energy is different. We all not the same. And you will want to make sure that someone doesn't disrespect your child, violate your child. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form because nobody should be put in that situation. Nobody. No mother should have to grieve their child or father, or let alone a child should never have to grieve a mother and father because of jealousy and envy, because someone had potential, or because someone came up on a little couple of dollars. Some people are not financially, some people don't have the proper tools when it comes to being financially stable. So, hey, I'm going to psych my neighbor out their free will when it comes to their pockets. That's not the type of mindset you would want to have in your household. That's not the type of mindset you want to project on an innocent person, all because they knew how to be their authentic self. You brought a baby into this world that God allowed you to see that, hold on one second, my baby has my beautiful features. My baby is handsome. You know, some parents don't give a F about their children. Some parents don't care if someone psych their child they free will. They will act like, hey, oh, my baby. They will put on a whole front of what a story. That was my child. I raised them. But, you know, they started to elevate. They started dating this type of group of people and, you know, they started acting out or whatever the case may be. But they forgot to show up for that baby. They forgot to protect that baby from their first heartbreak. Imagine a mother and father breaking their child's heart before the world did. Damn, that's real. But you didn't do that. No, you didn't do that. You didn't operate out of that mindset. You operate at it before the world breaks my baby heart. I'm going to protect my baby heart. Yes. So my child knows they are worthy. They are worthy of love. They are worthy of respect, and they ain't have to look it from nobody else. But some people don't get that hand. Some people part ways from their household when they least expect it at a young age. Some people lose a loved one at a young age, or let alone some people just don't know how to show up for that child, and they do strange things. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I never said nobody's name not one time. Never. But God works in mysterious ways, and I'm far from crazy. You could label me all day long, but God don't like ugly. You know, gang stalking is real. People paying this person, that person, to sex them with their conscience when they come their free will, let alone their pockets. That's real. I would never wish that on my neighbor, regardless of what I did in my past. I would never wish that on my neighbor. When you take it too far, it's one thing when you're jealous and you're hating, but when you start to have that mindset of being envious towards somebody, yes, you need to have a seat and reevaluate your train of thought. Like, hold on one second, who hurt you? Then you sit there and say that someone is slow, stupid, and retarded because you got controlling issues over the conversation. Like, hold on one second, I'm going to humiliate you. I'm going to disrespect you. I'm going to even rape you, and ain't nobody going to believe you. You know, this type of stuff happens. This type of stuff happens. An innocent person. It should never be your household, let alone your children. It don't matter how old your baby is. Good day, bad day, or a misunderstanding day. Your child is not out here energy harvesting off anybody's energy. Your baby is not out here playing with spoken in a toxic way. Your baby is not out here trying to destiny swipe with folks. Your baby is not out here gathering folks from different communities and different area codes and continents to go up against innocent people because they fall from a hater. They don't have that jealousy and envy within their blood. That's a child of God. Don't matter how old that baby is. That baby believe in faith. That one thing thing's gonna be okay. Even if they feel like their situation is not okay at the moment, God gonna make it right. And it wasn't a mistake. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. You could project spell work on my channel all day long. You can have me shadow banned all day long. I'm far from a hater. And I say that respectfully. When God endures something within you from a child point of view and it goes into your adulthood, God would never overlook you. And especially when you're not out here trying to psych people out their free will, that is just different. It's one thing being a little hater walking around. I don't like that person because they got gifts. They able to maintain their money. They able to do this. Why they find love? Why they always get a good job? Why this? Why that? Why that? Why they so gifted? Why is God even favoring you? How did you overcome what you did by yourself? Nobody ruined you wrong because everybody around you at the end of the day was doing you wrong. playing with spell work in a toxic way, energy harvesting off your energy, blackmailing you, trying to humiliate you, disrespect you. When it came to third party conversation was truly their issue. You gained weight, you lost weight, damn, you still in shape. I threw beauty magic at you to make you feel like, hold on one second, you was ugly and you didn't have to go within. But you continue to show up for yourself every single day. Damn. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. It's not. I'm far from a hater. And I do not worship the devil. And I get it. It's so many different platforms that talk about God, right? But when someone sees a different light within you, they bully you. And it's so disgusting that it took a whole group of people to go up against one person. Tells a lot about you. And then you got to play with black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, in the most darkest ways. You know, God was known this whole entire time. And not one lie was told. They said, oh, that wasn't God that did that. Oh, yeah, it really was. Because God moves in mysterious ways. Just because you don't believe in God, there's people that do. There's people that overcame situations to realize that, hold on one second, God was true. I was in that situation. I didn't know how I was going to get out of it. There's some people that can't even tell their story today. But I'm able to tell my story. I know what I've been through. I know what I overcame. And I'm still being balanced when I understand time and day. Yeah, I had childhood trauma that was indoor within me. It went into my adulthood. You would never understand how I understood my reality, not to become my worst enemy another day. Because that's what my enemy wanted me to do. That's what the devil wanted me to do. But God said, no, I got you. Always be your authentic self with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not that someone thought that they was better than anybody. Because during their journey, they knew how to respect their neighbor. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding. They, hey, neighbor, days you couldn't even see. You still was keeping it real. Folks was going through depression, anxiety, PTSD, and all types of stuff. You was rooting them on. That energy is different when it comes to your childhood. It don't live in your reality when you became an adult. That's two different time zones. And I say that respectfully. That's what growth looks like, of course, in person. They would never understood what you overcame. Always be your authentic self. Never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. Because when the right people walk into your life, they don't look at you like competition. When the right people walk into your life, they see you, they respect you, they're not overlooking you. They're not trying to trauma bond you to get to know you. They ain't digging up your past to humiliate you. Hold on one second, they ain't even got to gang stalk you. They ain't got to pay this person, pay that person to be in your life at the end of the day to mistreat you. My content is not for everybody. It's not, and that's okay. It's fine. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. And I say this respectfully. Healing trauma and pain when it comes to someone doing spoke on you in a toxic way and they got ill intentions, it's like at your free will. Some people would never be the same. And some people understood, hold on one second. I am worthy of change. I got God in my life for all the right reasons. I didn't reject myself. God was truly protecting me. Certain folks will never understand how I'm standing before myself today. Everybody's walk of life is different. What happened to you that day? They food poisoned you? They sent people into your life to project lust into you? Act like they were so in love and act like they was here for you? Did you have to deal with someone hacking your devices? And then they was trying to sit there saying they got controlling issues so they can control your mental health? So they could say that you crazy and that you bugging, you didn't see that day? But you saw everything. It was hard to communicate with certain folks. That's why you stay in your own lane. They say that you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded, but hold on 1 second. It took a whole community to go up against one person. We all not the same. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. How can I express this to a lawyer? Saying what I'm experiencing. The first thing they gonna say is at the end of the day, you need a psych boy evaluation. This type of stuff happens. I don't live in fear. You said that you're gonna strip everything from me. You're gonna put me in a psych board. You're going to forge fake documents because you hacked my devices and act like we had a conversation and we was never on the same page. I never gave nobody the opportunity at the end of the day to take over rights for me. Good day, bad day, whole misunderstanding day. I stand on my own with God by my side. This type of stuff happens. What happened to you, neighbor? They said they was gonna get you locked up. They was gonna put you in a psych board. Even folks were trying to jump you, all because you knew how to communicate and have common sense. People coming into your life and acting like, hold on 1 second. I hear you, I see you, I respect you. But the whole entire time they trauma bonding you with ill intentions. But God saw everything. God saw everything. And because God saw everything, and especially when it came to the gang stalking, the devices hacking, you'd be like, hold on 1 second. How did you know that you screwing up your face like you're gonna do something to me? Took on my copycat, far from that. I'm authentic at the end of the day. A rhythm that you couldn't relate to was understanding the person who was actually saying this shit. He was nothing but a hater, jealousy and envy at the end of the day because they saw potential. And all I was doing was being my authentic self, something they couldn't relate to. Was understanding their own lack of self confidence. I'm not scared of nobody. I walk these streets alone. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And I'm proudly to say that because I overcame. And I stand before myself today, and I am a woman, and I am a lesbian, and I know who I am. I'm not having an identity crisis. So you could disrespect me all day long. I know who I am. And God loves me. My heavenly mother, my heavenly father loves me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. That energy is different when you fall from a hater. That elevation of growth looks different on you. Elevate, 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 then you start dim your light. Elevate, 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 don't dim your light. You ain't dim your light. They would never understand your faith when it came to your existence. Understanding that rotation when it came to your love language. You ain't have hidden agendas. You understood where you came from. You understood what you overcame. You're passing over your reality today. They would never understand when they said what they meant, what that said that day. But it was one sided when it came to their lack of common sense because they didn't know you at the end of the day. They called you lazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. But you were just trying to get yourself together mentally. When they kicked you down, discouraged you. There's certain things at the end of the day that you're not going to repeat. How they actually treated you that day. And then they laughed at you like, hold on 1 second. Everybody not going to relate. Because I'm painting a light to have folks go up against you to discourage you. So I can humiliate you. So I can paint you out to be crazy. Ain't nobody going to believe you. This type of stuff happens. Never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. And I say that respectfully. Even when they try to blackmail you. Trying to project old text messages from years ago that don't live in your reality today. All because God gave you clarity when it came to your faith. And hold on one second. God closed that door. You prayed, asking God for guidance to better days. I love me, I love me, I love me. I'm not trying to dim my light. That energy is different when you treat yourself right. When you're not trying to dim your light. That self-love looks different. They would never understand the confidence to understand your existence. What it took for you to have to show up for you, not to overlook you. You almost relapsed, but hold on one second. God picked you up when you least expected. God restored you to better days ahead. You wasn't out here playing with spoke in a toxic way, energy harvesting off innocent people's energy. You wasn't trying to destiny swipe before so God endured the light within you, even days when you couldn't see. God showed you motivation that you are worthy, regardless of who didn't protect you, love you properly. They had hidden agendas that they won't talk about. They would paint themselves to be like they the good guy at the end of the day. Remember what you said that day, you're gonna take it to your grave, but hold on one second. God said, no, not today. The energy is different. Just because you're not to protect somebody, love them properly or respect them. Someone didn't have hidden agendas when they came into your life, they knew how to treat you right. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Damn. Someone truly had a heart. Even when they was going through pain. Someone still had a heart. Even when they still didn't understand their trials and tribulations. Getting lost in their words. Thinking folks supposed to be part of their journey. Only to realize that, hold on one second, we all didn't show up the same. You had to heal certain wounds within you. Not to overlook you, let alone abandon you. That's why God brought balance into your life. So you won't overlook you. Self-love looks good on you. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I'm the original owner of Niger No Respect Content. I say that respectfully. I do not work with anybody, and I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My creativity comes within. It comes from me, only me. I don't care about anybody. He say, she say, third party conversations when it come to me. I was never part of it. And I say that respectfully. You can disrespect me all day long, try to get me jump or whatever you trying to do, pray with spoken and talk to they projected on me. I'm still gonna stand before myself today. Even when you say you got my back against the wall. Even when you say you got my back against the wall. And where is my God at the day? Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I never signed up to get gangster. I never signed up for someone to have envy intentions. It's like on my free will when it came to my pockets. I didn't sign up for that. And I didn't sign up for a group of people to be jealous and envy or someone to be miserable and have to take a whole group of people to go up against one person. And then you sit there and say, oh, this person, that person, this person, that person, this person, that person ain't gonna give you credit for your ideas at the end of the day. Imagine someone doing that to your baby when they wasn't trying to catch a case. Never not one time did I say anybody's name, but goddamn, that's what you did that day. And the first thing you want to say is you want to fight somebody when the innocent person wasn't even trying to get out of pocket. Far from pussy, that energy is different. Don't let this two-step fool you, and I say that respectfully. I don't live in fear. I don't know what you heard about me. My content is not for everyone. Always be your authentic self. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Never feel wrong because you create differently when it comes to loving yourself and you ain't got ill intentions. When it comes to art, if you are a actor, artist, a poet, it doesn't matter. It's your lane. And you wasn't looking to take nobody else's spot, but damn, when the light is on you, you better show up and show the fuck out. I said what I said. You do your thing. Oh, they would never understand your confidence. You chose you. You almost gave up, but you found balance when it came to your vision, not to give up. You got discouraged because folks wasn't showing you love. Folks was disrespecting you right to left, and they had more money than you. They had more status than you at the end of the day. They try to dim your light, even shadow ban you, or because you understood your existence when it came to rotation, catching your blessings was choosing you, not to overlook you. God allowed you to see that you was worthy. The energy is different because God endured faith within you. They would never understand how you operate when you chose you. Always be yourself. I'm not your genuine love respect. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully, and that's okay. Sometimes in life, certain individuals ain't gonna believe you, and sometimes you gotta probably show up and show up for you, regardless who's not rooting for you, because one day someone's gonna hear you and believe you and understand at the end of the day, nah, you ain't bugging. They was doing too much. My content is not for everybody, and I say this respectfully. God ain't gonna put certain individuals in your life for no reason when you least expect it. And especially when they go up against you and the enemy sends them, trust and believe. Not everybody had the protection, but you did. Don't give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Art is beautiful. You allowed you to choose you. What's your creation today? Always be yourself. Never allow someone to make you feel like because the way you create when it comes to your creativity that you whack and you corny at the end of the day when you ain't trying to hurt nobody. You respected your neighbor, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. You never wanted someone's position when God gave you a lane at the end of the day to truly go with them. Always be yourself. You ain't thinking that you was better than nobody. Someone lacks confidence. Someone has self-esteem issues at the end of the day. So they had to get you out of character, or at least try to pay this person to get you out of character. Not one lie was told, but you still understood your existence. You understood elevation when you meant what you said. God was maintaining your smile, not to see you frown. You had good days and bad days, misunderstanding days. You had worse days that certain folks couldn't even understand and relate to, but you still showed up for you, not to overlook you. I'm Naya Gino, love, respect. Thank you for your time. Always be yourself. Never allow someone to make you feel like you gotta live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and especially when you're not out here trying to cite people they free will. You're not out here paying people to gang stalk somebody. You're not out here playing with spoke in a toxic way. You're not out here energy harvesting or trying to destiny swipe with folks. And you don't worship the devil. And you fall from a witch. We not the same. But there's some good witches out there. I ain't even gonna front. Because they don't all do the same. They get caught up in everybody else's train of thought because of the fact they say they're a witch. But there's some good witches out there that don't have ill intentions. And I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form. Because you're not out here playing with spoken in a toxic way, psyching folks they intuitions. You're not out here trying to gaslight folks, trauma bond them. You're not using your gifts for all the wrong reasons. That energy is different. You understood elevation when it came to rotation. You was catching your blessings. Understand you wasn't the rejection. You overcame so many obstacles. Hold on one second. You understood your train of thought even when folks didn't understand you. When it came to your vision, love, respect, peace. Something that you knew how to project. You wasn't projecting hate, jealousy, and envy. And it had to take you to get a group of people to go up against one person. So someone would feel like, hold on one second, I'm not worthy. It's not how you was operating. You wouldn't want that to happen to your loved one or someone that you care about. You didn't operate the same like everybody else who use their gifts for the wrong things. They all not the same. My content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Like, always be yourself. With practice comes perfect. You choosing yourself, they overlooked you. When the right people show up for you, they here to respect you, acknowledge you, to hold on one second, you are worthy. I'm so proud of you every single day when it comes to your journey. You showing me motivation I could be my authentic self. I wasn't doing too much when it come to my past. Only rest to hold on one second. I'm glad that true love can truly last. I love me the better me. And I got the right people around me rooting for me. And they don't look at me like competition. That energy is different. That motivation feels different. Understanding your confidence. That there are people out there that actually has a heart with no ill intentions. I'm not your genuine respect. And especially when you don't play with spoken in a toxic way, you're not energy harvesting and you're not trying to destiny swipe with folks. God is not for sale. And my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Have a safe year, week, weekend, evening. You matter and you're worthy. Stop the violence. Stay out of trouble. You matter and you are worthy. Don't give up on you because they gave up on you. They overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. I am Naya, genuine love, respect. Peace and respect, and never stop about you, very worthy. Confidence look good on you. No, it really does. They would never understand what it took for you to understand your confidence. That remedy to hold on 1 second, it actually made sense. You truly love you properly. You still being patient with time and day to love yourself, to understand balance when it came to common sense. Being mentally stable to hold on 1 second. You didn't lose yourself another day, even when they gave up on you to project pain. You matter, you're worthy. Everybody's not meant to be part of your life. You understood why certain doors in your life closed for all the right reasons. And you're passing over in reality today. You matter, you're worthy. My content is not for everyone. You could disrespect me all day long. I still choose me. You could gang stalk me all day long. I know what I see. And I say this respectfully. Just because you can't see what somebody else is seeing at the end of the day, be mindful and wise when disrespecting somebody. Be mindful and wise when labeling someone crazy. And I say that respectfully because it's going to be some day where you're going to wish somebody was on your side and hear you not to overlook you when someone is trying to blackmail you. You may have been in a situation where you've been blackmailed. And when you start talking for yourself, it's like, hold on 1 second. Nobody understands your love language. Nobody understands what you're saying. And you wasn't even doing too much besides damn. I know I wasn't bugging. Nobody deserves to go to the sideboard because they saw what they saw and they wasn't tripping or because you didn't see it. I do not live in fear. I walk alone. My heavenly mother, my heavenly father is truly protecting me. You could disrespect me all day long. Try to bring harm towards me, try to get me locked up, try to put me in a psych board or whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to do. But God said, no, not today. And one thing I ain't got to do is lie on you. I stand by myself. And when it comes to my creativity, nobody gave me the ideas, and I never gave anybody permission to use my creativity. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Even when I said, hey, neighbor, let's work together. Didn't matter who it was. Hey, neighbor, let's have lunch together. I never gave nobody the thought that, hey, it was okay to use my ideas. Because when I sit down with somebody, I don't use the ideas that I already spoke upon. I use creativity to hold on 1 second. We can actually be on the same page and it can get bigger and better than what I just said yesterday. You want to bring something to light? I got your back. That's why I don't put certain things on here at the end of the day. Because folks will say, you a copycat, you a copycat. Far from a copycat. I ain't want your spot. God created my own lane when it comes to creativity. I'm up here for the people that's truly for me, not against me. So you're watching me with them watching me, disturbing your own peace, disrespecting the TV at the end of the day. You have a problem. Ah, what's wrong with you? Why? Because someone ought to be authentic. Someone knows how to create, and you want credit for their work. That was your mistake. You know, God sees everything, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. It's so disturbing to see how it don't matter how much money a person can have, how someone can be jealous and envy because someone naturally can just be they self and people just show them love. And you know what would be the worst part too, to know before you actually got to know somebody, you already judged them, right? And only for the realize that, damn, why'd I even do that? I listened to he say, she say about you, and only to realize that, damn, you mean to tell me that I was part of the group that was playing with forward towards you? I was part of the group knowing that I was about to be the one psyching out your own free will. I was part of that. And this whole entire time you actually had a heart. This whole entire time you mean to tell me that you're not bragging about feeding a homeless person. You're not bragging about doing this. You're not bragging about doing that. You're not bragging about what you do for people. You just show up for people, even days when people can't even understand their own love language. You show up for people. You express yourself to people, and only get the bad end of the stick. You mean to tell me that you overcame someone psyching you out your free will multiple times? You mean to tell me that you overcame this abuse, that abuse, and you still stand before yourself today? Somebody sitting back saying themselves as sorry that I did that to you. I'm gonna respect you from a distance, but I know you're not gonna speak to me because you know what I did to you. How it took a whole community to go up against one person that someone never signed up for. Someone didn't sign up for their devices to be hacked. Someone did not sign up to be gang stalked. Someone did not sign up for because someone was jealous and envy. They wanted to teach you. They wanted to teach you a valuable lesson, and then it went too far. They said nobody gonna believe that innocent person. But God was in this whole entire time. Not one lie was told. I wasn't supposed to be part of your script. I didn't sign up to be part of your script. Always be yourself. God sees everything. I don't worship the devil. And it's okay if nobody believes me. But my heavenly mother, my heavenly father saw everything. If you're saying that I'm a criminal, what does that make you? God sees everything. And one thing I don't got to do is manipulate God. Use the word God to get out of situations. I don't do that. I don't do that. And I say that respectfully. Some people do, but I don't move like that. I wish people well. I root folks on. So when you hack my devices and I'm popping shit, yeah, you watching me. I know you're watching me. So I'm going to say everything I want to say because I know you're watching me. And God is watching you too. I didn't sign up for your shenanigans. And it was bigger than just that one person coming into someone's life too. Because if it had to take you, right, someone put respect under your videos or your pictures, then you hide the messages or whatever the case may be. And then you sit there and point the enemy to where someone lives. I would never do that to your baby or someone you love. And I hope nobody does that to your child or someone you love. This type of stuff happens every single day. What happened to you? What did you overcome? I'm only one person. You could laugh at my face all day long. I ain't have to disrespect nobody. But when the disrespect was one side, I was wrong because I spoke up for myself. But I get it. That's what you don't want. You don't want someone to talk up, speak up for themselves. I'm not them. And it's so crazy because I've been like that since a little girl. But then things happen. But I stand for myself today because I walk alone. And they said nobody would hit me. But God heard everything. My content is not for everyone. Always be your authentic self. They overlooked you. They gave up on you. They disrespected you. When God places the right people in your life, they don't look at you like competition. They're not here to disrespect you. They don't have that envy mindset. They don't have that bone within them to kick you down or discourage you. I want what's best for you. I want you to be happy, neighbor. I want what's best for you. I don't have to sit here and trauma bond you. I don't have to sit here and blackmail you. My past do not live in my reality today. Even when they try to blackmail me to piece I truly wasn't. And it's so sad and disturbing how certain folks say, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this person, I'm gonna observe them to see how they act and operate with a piece and be." When you antagonize somebody long enough, of course they're gonna start speaking up. Hello? Like make it make sense. When someone is tired, leave them alone. Like why you bothering them for? And then you gonna say they're a nasty person? Fall from a nasty person. What's nasty is you had to gang stalk somebody. You had to pay somebody to go up against somebody. You had to gang stalk somebody. You had to hack someone's devices. That's nasty work. That's nasty. That's disgusting. Invading someone's space when someone didn't have to do that to you because they wasn't trying to catch a case. Or let alone trying to destiny swipe with somebody. Or energy harvest off someone's energy. Or try to blackmail somebody because you wanted to suck them out their free will so you can have controlling issues over the narrative. Now that's nasty. And especially when an innocent person is being their authentic self and all they did was respect you. This type of stuff happens. All because someone respected their neighbor. All because someone acknowledged their neighbor. It wasn't about having friends. What happened to the community? Every community is not for you. What happened to you? My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for respecting your neighbor. It don't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. You know, everybody doesn't walk around here with wanting to have confrontation. Some people speak up for themselves differently. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Some people have good days and bad days. Some people may be in pain when they go outside. And some days you may not hear an individual. And some days you may hear them, but they wasn't trying to get physical, cause chaos and confusion, disturb your peace. Trying to get out of pocket at the end of the day to size you up. That energy is different when it came to gravity. That person understood they blessed not to reject themselves because they actually chose themselves to understand they was the gift to themselves that God allowed them to see. Always be yourself. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Have a safe year, weekend, evening, day. You matter, you're worthy. Stop the violence. Stay out of trouble. You matter, you're worthy. My content is not for everybody. It's not.
Peace and respect, some respect to never stop the boss. Humanity worthy confidence. Let's go on you.
It's not a crime to love yourself. So never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for bettering yourself. I used to always hear before I don't deal with people, you think you better than somebody because of the way you carry yourself, because you choose yourself. You may not have family. And if you do have family, you don't deal with them from 101 reasons. And one thing you have to do is lie. When your moms and your pops broke your heart, never lie, never one lie was told. You're not and you're worthy. Don't give up on you. My content is not for everybody. Everybody, folks don't love them. They don't. They say they do, but you got ones who truly show up for their people. And with no ill intention, that energy is different. Always be yourself. I'm Naya Junior, love respect. Have a good day. Stop the violence.